What you talking about?
Yo, you're tuned in to episode 3 of ALOTTA NOTHING PODCAST. We are back in the dungeon of the Tan Brick Castle. It is another scorcher outside today, but hey, it's Indiana weather, brother. That's unfucking predictable. The weather looks like the lottery numbers. It's in the 30s, then in the 70s, and in the 90s, then back in the 20s. So we decided we are going to come on down here to the fucking dungeon. We're also filming today. First time filming, so hopefully that turns out well. I have a returning guest who will probably be the normal cat on here for most of the time unless we get some other people coming in and stuff. But it is the return of Sir Christopher Schwier.
Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you doing, my friend?
Not bad. Ready to drink some beer, relax, talk about some dumb shit as usual, or just, chat it up about a lot of fucking nothing.
That's what we do best, man.
Absolutely.
I'm here for it. Did you have a good weekend?
Not bad. Yourself?
Not too bad. Busy?
Yeah, for sure. And what is it with the... That's a great idea, actually.
Let's pop these bad boys open.
This one's for you. God, yeah.
Yeah, that day after a holiday always gets us real good. We had plenty to do.
What is it with... Maybe you might disagree with me on this, but what is it about, like, you get that Monday off? Why do those 4 days seem longer than the traditional 5-day work week? Or am I the only fucking one who thinks that?
I actually think reverse on that. I think when you come in on a Tuesday after having a Monday holiday off, the whole day, Tuesday obviously feels like it's Monday.
Yes.
And then if the Wednesday feels like Tuesday, blah, blah, and then it just feels like Thursday gets there pretty quickly, and you're like, well, damn, I got about a day and a half, 2 more days. So I actually think the opposite on that, but I guess it probably depends on what you do also for a living too.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, for me, I don't know why it's always been like that since I started working where I work at now. And even when I changed departments and shit, it was still, yeah, man. We get even the, the weeks when we had. Well, remember we used to get Thanksgiving, Thursday and Friday off and all that stuff for school.
Oh yeah.
When I was in school, those weeks always seemed long too. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It's weird. It's maybe you're just anticipating the weekend, or in your head you're thinking, oh fuck yeah, we got a short week.
It plays some psychological games with you because regardless of if it's the early week or if it's the later week, that one of those days is missing. So things are going to feel a little odd and out of place.
Right.
You try to either front load it or back load it, and it always ends up feeling kind of weird. And then when Sunday gets there, you're just kind of like, oh shit, yeah, it's Sunday already. That's kind of wild.
Absolutely. Well, it is. Well, let me ask you: what was anything exciting for you this weekend? Anything uneventful or?
Finally got all these fantasy drafts done, but we had a big wedding Saturday, so
nice.
I usually am not supposed to be part of those. I had to be part of the drop off this time around, unfortunately. Squeaky Newfields.
Yeah, this is Lily down here with her squeaky toy. Wedding at Newfields?
Yeah.
That was expensive on them.
Well, it was too, and it was a little ridiculous too. Some of the so they had this layout thing for us explaining okay, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, and it was just a totally ridiculous list of somebody has to be escorting you through these hallways. You can't, pull anything across the floor. You can't prop a door open. You can't. Yeah. It's just this whole laundry list of okay, is this prison or is this a wedding venue?
Right.
And so I think everybody adjusted and ended up being okay. It was hot. It was one of those outdoor, indoor, a lot of carrying, a lot of steps, walking, that sort of thing. But
gotcha.
Other than that, man, I got those fantasy drafts out of the way. Took the kids to the park.
In total, how many leagues you in now?
Do you want the honest answer, or do you want me to tell you what I tell everybody else?
I feel like it was 7.
12.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
I don't know. I don't even know enough
now,
people.
That's all of them, though. So there's one that Donnie had me join as a $5 steroid. It's just kind of something. It's like a best ball thing. So I probably won't even follow a lot of those as closely. The ones I really care about, though, there's probably 6, maybe 7 real good ones that I need to focus on.
Gotcha.
This year.
So it's probably one of them situations hey, we're looking for one more guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I was this close to joining a few of those, but
those last minute, the people that ask me, it's like, oh, I know it's going to be people that don't know what they're doing, so I can't say no. And then I found out it was an 8 team, and the pay was nice on it. So I'm like, man, I can't say no to this one. And
it's kind of hard to root for when you're that involved and you got that. I mean, because obviously you're not going to have the same team for every league. I mean, it's kind of like a tug-of-war match when you're watching a game because you could have somebody's defense and then your star wide receiver in another league or your quarterback just threw a pick. And, like, in one league, you're like, well, that's great for my defense. But in this league, like, well, fuck, that's negative.
Or you just flat out are going against the same guy that you have in the other league, which is going to be, I think, how a lot of my leagues are this year because I feel like I'm very split. I've got 4 or 5 leagues where I've got a lot of CD Lamb. I got 4 or 5 leagues where I got a lot of Bijan Robinson. Yeah. A couple leagues where I have both of them on the same squad. So I would say those 2, and then I mentioned McLaurin in another pod a week or so ago. Those 3 guys are kind of like I have them on a good majority of teams. So more often than not, I will be pulling, and Ridley too's on there too. So I've got my cluster of guys that I know I'm going to have to cheer for regardless. And even if I'm going against them in another league, it's like you got to take the good with the bad at that point.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, good, man. Well, you're going to have a very fucking busy fucking season. And we're kicking off, bro. Less than 48 hours.
We have made it. We've made it through the dog days of summer.
See, again, I'm fucked up. I thought today was Tuesday. Less than 24 hours. No, well, a little more than 24.
Yep.
But, yeah, dude. Lions, KC tomorrow night. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm absolutely ready for it. I got my cheese
Summer always feels like it flies by the first couple weeks. And then once it's, late August, so August like 22nd, 24th, somewhere in there, you're just like, okay. It's almost over, but then now it feels like the last 2 weeks has gone by so slow because we're waiting for it.
You say slow?
So I think slow now because it's like we know that training camp's done, preseason's done. We're just kind of like scratching and chomping at the bit, like we're ready for some football, and here we are, just a day away. So the dog days of summer are over. A lot of needing to fill in time and finding new hobbies and different things to keep you going because you don't want to keep watching the same old stuff over and over again.
Yep. Yeah, going into winter, I always dread it, and that's when I find myself. I know you're not big into it, but I find myself playing a lot of fucking video games because it gets dark at like 5:30 and shit. But honestly, with this podcasting shit now, I'll probably be working on this more. Speaking of dog days, if you hear any whining or squeaking, we got the dog. If you're listening to the podcast, not watching the video, we got my dog down here. Old Lily Lou. She's an 11-year-old white German Shepherd who actually just fucked her hip up a couple days ago. So
don't confuse it for me whining over the Clemson performance Monday night. It is Lily. In fact, it's not me whimpering being a little bitch on a Dabo rant. So.
Oh, shit. Well, you ready to get into some random fucking topics, man?
Let's do it, my man. I'm ready.
All right. Well, first, marijuana smokers rejoice. We have gotten word that U.S. health officials are wanting to reschedule marijuana down to they don't want to keep it on the Schedule 1 substance no more. They're pushing the DEA to move it down to a Schedule 3. So that'll take marijuana, I guess, out of the same classification as like methamphetamines, peyote, all that shit, and it will put them down in a class of like acetaminophen, stuff like that.
So it's like decriminalizing it if you get pulled over with it, or you gotta explain this to me like I'm 4.
I did a lot of not a lot of reading, and that's another thing with any of these topics. A lot of it was like I read the headline, and then from there we'll do our own fucking
go
takes.
Off on our own tangent.
Honestly, I don't have the fucking time, but it's so basically what that means is it doesn't make legalization or anything like that easier, but it does make it to where more research can be done on it. So in order to do any sort of research on like a Schedule 1 substance, you got to go through all these hoops and loops, and you got to like have permits and all this shit. If it's a Schedule 3, scientists can damn near just go get some from the store type shit damn near. I mean, it may not be that easy, and do research on it. So as far as like medical benefits, so it's kind of like getting the snowball made before we start rolling it towards legalization, because now we can actually have legitimate studies done on it, on what it does for sleeping, appetite, cancer patients, anxiety, depression, because they are seeing in states that it is legalized a major decline in people being on pharmaceutical drugs, which in my personal opinion, I think that's amazing. My theory is if the earth didn't make it, I don't take it. anymore. That's kind of how I fly.
I like that.
Unless I get a bump on the head, then I'll take some Tylenol or some shit like that. But honestly,
you mean your arm's not swelling up from your 17th booster shot?
I swear, I fucking got a third hand growing out of my chest or some shit like.
Like a Men in Black character.
They blow that dude's head off and just keeps growing back. You're like, that fucking hurt.
Water. Sugar water.
Oh, yeah. That guy, dude. Sugar water.
I never saw the new one. What was that? Men in Black 3? I think 3, right?
3 or 4. Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Obviously, 2 was something we see.
The last one I seen, Tommy Lee Jones was working in like a post office or some shit.
How old is that dude now?
God, gotta be. He's still around. Yeah, he's got to be up there, though. Agent K, was that his name? K and J?
I just remember going to the movie theater to watch that when it came out. What would have been 98 maybe? Or 99, something like that. And the theater was packed.
I bet.
It was one of those, like, it was like kind of like Harry Potter when it came out. And everybody was like, you had to buy tickets, literally. They would sell out and tell you that there's no seats in there.
Absolutely. And those were the days where people made soundtracks for the fucking movie. Like, I miss those days. Like, motherfucker made Wild Wild West. Made a song for it. Motherfucker. I don't think he made a song for Independence Day. I guess that'd be a weird subject. But, yeah, Men in Black. He made a song for the Here Come the Men in Black.
Yeah, he should have had one for I Am Legend.
I swear, bro. But I miss those days where they actually make soundtracks specifically for movies. Anymore, you get like some weird fucking indie band or like just some fucking band you never heard of.
Not a band from Indiana. But
No, INDI.
INDI.
Yeah, some weird like ambient rock shit, some folk shit like Florence the Machine or some shit like that. So.
Not some underground Broad Ripple, in your basement.
Margaret and the Nuclear So-and-Sos. If you fucking know who that is, right on, bro. That is a they had a song called Broad Ripple's Burning, and they are legitimately like a indie emo type band. More indie though. They didn't wear like all the swooped hair and shit, but yeah, they're called Margaret and the Nuclear So-and-Sos. They're actually pretty good. I haven't actually thought about or heard that name in a fucking while, so you just unlocked like a nostalgic memory from 2007 for me.
There you go.
Thanks.
Glad
Appreciate
I could do that for you.
So yeah, but as far as marijuana, I'm for it. U.S. health officials are pushing it. We just got to see what the feds and the DEA say about it.
I'm on board with all of that. You can sign me up. My thing, too, with this, though, is always, like, I've never been one of those people that's real like, oh, we got to legalize it. Like, I know it has its pros, and there would be a lot of good benefits for it. Yeah. The way I look at it selfishly and kind of just in my personal, corner of it is, we're going to smoke it regardless.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As far as that goes, that's not.
Well, and I think for a lot of people, it loses, like, its lure. Like, it's kind of like, or I guess, like, its excitement. It's kind of like.
It's not cool if everybody can do it now. It's like,
exactly. Well, and if I can just, like.
Because it's cool.
Don't get me wrong. I like just walking in the store and buying it. But you kind of get that, like, sort of thrill or excitement, like meeting the guy behind the gas station shit and jumping in his fucking car. And you're thinking, like, and every time it's different. You never get the same weed. Sometimes it's bunk, and the motherfucker sure will still charge you the same fucking price for a quad.
Flashing back to, like, 2007, sitting at the 21st and Midhofer gas station posting up, you got a Dino?
Yeah, can I get a dime?
Walk in and buy one of those, what were the Tahitian treats with pennies and nickels? Yes. I remember I bought a Ed Reed Hall of Fame jersey from a guy at that gas station one time. He was posted up. It was after
the 7-Eleven.
At the time, it was a marathon.
You said 21st.
21st in Midhofer, right across from Warren Library. Oh. And I'll never forget. It was so hot that day, and the dude was posted up out there. He's like, "Hey man, I need gas, blah this and that." And I'm like, "Well, what? I hate to leave you without a shirt on, bro, but what you running the jersey for?" And he's like, "Man, you give me $10-11, bro. You got."
Oh, he was wearing it.
He was wearing it. Oh God, bro. I said, "All right, well."
Yo,
I'm just the type of guy that would take the shirt off of my back for somebody, but in this case, it was a little bit in the reverse order. And
how much is it worth to you, brother?
I ended up meeting
Game worn.
I met Nick Ellis a couple months later and sold it to him. Made like $20-$30 on it. It's like, here you go, Ravens fan. Add it to your collection.
Nice. We can always bleep his name out. Fuck him.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
He's not listening to this podcast.
It's fucking Nick. Yeah, I always got suckered by the guys with the roll-on cologne up there. They'd have like a briefcase, and there'd be like roll-on cologne. Shout out to the Sump Pump for making an appearance on the pod. I can hear that clear as fucking day. All right, let's get on to the next.
Beats the motorcycle guy out there the other night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, this cocksucker. It's fucking 10:30 at night, jackass. All right. I don't even know what order I put these in. I made these motherfuckers a little bit inebriated. I've been practicing my, right to indulge in vitamins.
I was going to say, I heard inebriated, and I just keep looking over at these beer cans over here.
All right, what we got next here? Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's wildly uncomfortable looking.
I knew when I put that on there. And I didn't get much information about this.
It's a Neanderthal. It has to be, right? They just cut the hair off of him and...
Oh, it looks like the actor Adrian Brody, bro. He's got a beak on him. So scientists have found out that men with longer noses have longer penises.
Update. They can smell what the Rock is cooking.
If you smell la 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 la, what your big nose is cooking. So yeah, they say I should have probably done more research.
So the longer the beak, the longer the leak. Is that what they say?
Now I don't know if that's just length or like includes girth. Like you might just have this ramen fucking noodle down there, bro. Like this
diameter, the circumference. It's got like a. Oh, okay, no, we can't.
Like a.
But that's just wildly uncomfortable picture.
Fucking sardine can to like a summer sausage. I don't know, man.
It looks like one of those guys on that one commercial back in the day. It's like a car insurance. Remember the guy? It's like a dude looks like the Flintstone guy. He's just sitting there, just beating the thing.
Yes.
What is this guy?
Dude, that
looking guy.
If that's true, then this guy right here is hung.
Mr. Jessup from Warren.
God, he's hung like a horse. Yo.
Mr. Jessup, bro, he would get so mad. You remember him, the substitute teacher?
No,
he had the biggest honker on him, bro, and I swear he would get so mad and stand up and slap the hell out of the table. He was a super cool dude, though. Shout out Mr. Jessup, Warren Central.
Might be doing porn now. You never know. Yeah, so shout out to you big-nosed bastards like myself, I guess. I mean, that's some fucking good news, man. And I wonder if you break your nose, I mean, does that imagine breaking your nose gets longer, and you look down one day, you're like, holy shit, I got another inch on this motherfucker. Be like Pinocchio, man. He's like the Ron Jeremy of porn.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, man, I don't think Pinocchio would have been a single guy, do you?
Fuck no, bro. He wouldn't have been in Disney movies. It'd been like fucking Adam and Eve porn movies. Been laying pipe. Pinocchio, man. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that so the logic fits here for me.
The point of this picture was just the comparison of the penis into the nose.
I had to find a guy with a big beak, but I didn't want to use like anybody famous.
Beak?
I had to find a guy. Yeah, I swear to God.
Muppet.
Bro, you're unlocking so many. I forgot all about Beaker and the Muppet Babies, bro. That used to be my shit.
Man, we used to play Muppet Treasure Island on the computer. Did you ever have that on the CD-ROM or whatever?
I never actually played it, but my buddy used to play the shit out of that down the road for me. Kevin. I'll just say Kevin. Yeah. Weird guy, but
yeah, bro.
They always had the dopest PC games at his house.
Yeah, those was the days back then, man. The PC games.
Oh, yeah. Oregon Trail.
Woo. That was when. See, now that was one I missed out on. I know everybody. I never played that. I don't know why. Now I would probably love it.
We might need to do that as a podcast one day. We can like put Oregon Trail up here, and then me and you make decisions on, and we see if we can make it. We can put everybody in the jungle on there. Put Jar Jar, Bug, Norton, everybody in there, and then it'll tell you like Eric Norton died of dysentery. Bug has yellow fever. Do you want to stop and give Bug medicine? Nah, fuck that. We're going to keep going. Jarrett broke a leg while changing the wheel. He got kicked by an ox or some shit.
Kicked by an ox.
It's always some shit like that,
bro. That sounds about par for the course.
Fucking Eric came down with malaria. But
just I could see it now. Just ding! Look at your phone like, oh, group thread. It's Jarrett. It's a picture of him in a hospital bed with just big scar like on his head. Like, bro, what the hell happened to you? I got kicked by an ox, actually. Ironically.
all of his fucking teeth are hanging out. Fucking ox kicked me. Oh, yeah. Well, shout out you big-nosed bastards. Yeah. I don't know what's next, Lily. That fucking squeaky toy. God damn. What we got next? Oh! Okay. So, this is Hank the bear, also known as Hank the tank.
Okay.
Hank is responsible for over 100 fucking home invasions. He's been breaking into homes around the Lake Tahoe area. He's been on, or she has been on a rampage for quite some time. Just going into houses. I think the picture on the right, you can see he just goes through the window, bro, and eats all the fucking food, tears the place up, then fucking leaves.
Where's what state is this or country?
I think northern is Lake Tahoe is what, Northern California or maybe Middle California, I think, maybe somewhere in there. But yeah, dude, he is a
menace to society.
I guess some biologists finally captured him. And people are kind of pissed about it. They're like saying he wasn't doing nothing, and they're blaming like the homeowners for not properly locking their house. But look at that window. Like, what could you fucking do?
If that bear wants to get in, that bear
He's
is
getting in, right, bro? You imagine being like on the shitter. You got something in a crock pot, and you're like, I'm gonna go take a shit or whatever. You're somewhere in the fucking house, and yeah, you go in the living room, and there's that motherfucker in there.
I would be like, slightly worse. Is he aggressive?
Again, that's my fault. I should have read more into it. But every picture I seen, it seemed docile. It's not showing teeth. It's always by like a dumpster or like a broken window of a house. But yeah, bro, This thing has been like a menace to society for some time. And I guess they just caught Hank the other day. That's what they're calling him, Hank the Tank.
Hey, man, shout out to Hank the Tank. I find nothing wrong with this man roaming and breaking into places.
Here's to you, Hank.
I mean, at the same time, yeah, like, I don't know what are you gonna like just totally glass-proof run your whole house? Like, I don't know how that works.
What could you do? But yeah, for those listening to the podcast, again, this is a big ass. Looks like a big black bear.
Bear with us here, guys.
Yeah. We're getting down to the bare minimum. It's a big ass black bear, and then the other pictures were like it broke into a house, glasses all over the floor and shit. But yeah, free Hank the Tank. I'm with it. I mean, from what I did read, no one was harmed or injured, so.
Well, that's good.
It probably, when he's seen humans, it probably darted out of the fucking house. He's probably just in there eating all your shit, I'd imagine.
He's high. He's just going through, just smashing.
I swear. A fucking high bear.
Cocaine bear. I got to make a whole movie about some weird shit like that.
Still have yet to see that shit.
You know his favorite band?
What's that?
The Bare Naked Ladies.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Banger, bro. Very underrated band. Did not like them when I was a kid, but you go back as an older person and go back as an adult, I guess is what you could say we are.
To
and it kind of, those lyrics are the shit. Speaking of Bare Naked Ladies, lead singer Smash Mouth died.
No shit.
Yeah. You know who they are?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, the Hey Now, You're an All-Star.
Oh, yeah,
died at 56. Could not believe it.
That's too young.
Those bands always kind of like mesh with me. Smash Mouth, Bare Naked Ladies, like Hootie and the Blowfish. I like those.
Well, most people when they die walk on clouds. He's walking on the sun, so there's that.
That song.
What is that? Wasn't that on the Shrek? Oh, no. All-Star was on the Shrek.
All-Star was. Yeah, and they catch a lot of flack for that. Like, they're movie musicians. They only make movies for like, or music for like kid movies. I'm like, bro, they made the shit, and then you know how this works, right? Like, the movie studios go to them when they find a song they like, and people just correlate Smash Mouth with Shrek. So bad.
That's weird.
So bad.
That's probably not fair of me.
Yeah.
My dad used to love that. I remember just being a kid, he'd be, might as well be walking.
That's a bop, bro. That's an absolute
that beats
bop.
a little bit. That's hyper.
Yeah, I used to do that kind of with R. Kelly and Space Jam. before I knew who and what R. Kelly was doing, you know, I was I had the Space Jam soundtrack, and I believe I can fly. Woo! That shit used to hit.
Banger.
And I would always just picture him. He's in that white outfit, and he's got the choir behind him and the wind hitting him, fucking shades on. And then, you know, I get older, and the guy's got 14-year-old girls tied up in an Atlanta house pissing on him. So
I'm outside just 8, 9, 10 years old, just dribbling the ball real slow, just hearing it in my head. You know, just...
Fly.
I used to think that slow
Everything
shot.
goes slow-mo.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, shit. All right, what we got next here? Oh, okay. So this is Scooter. Scooter is from Arizona, but won the competition, and I find this fucked up, but he won the competition for world's ugliest dog in California.
That's not the ugliest dog.
And
it's really not even an ugly dog. He just looks older, like he's just got the kind of gray thing going on.
Well, can you tell there's something wrong with him that's not like other dogs? Can you point it out?
It looks like he doesn't have a tail. Maybe he's got like a whole ass going. He looks like a minion in the ass.
I could have read this wrong, but his hind legs are reversed. They're not facing the right way.
I'll be damned. That is weird. So I wonder if he like pushes off.
If he's like
a frog when he's, you know how a frog does this with his legs. Yeah. Like I wonder if he like pushes off his legs like that. I wonder if it makes him swim any faster.
It might, bro. Oh, that might be like a motor behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might be putting up some.
Man, that dog's not ugly, bro.
I've
seen some ugly dogs.
Yeah.
That one's not that bad. Come on, Scooter.
Scoot.
Don't do Scooter like that. Shout out to my boy Scoot, man. I
Yeah,
see you on the streets. I'm gonna throw you a little something.
He's a Chinese crescent. Does that sound right? A Chinese crescent dog? I'm trying to remember all this off fucking memory. But yeah, there he is walking the red carpet. Freshly probably pissed and shit. But yeah, I think his hind legs are backwards. I could be wrong about that. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, it's this little gray dog. Looks like he's missing his teeth. The only reason I say that is because his tongue's hanging out the side of his mouth.
Yeah, he's got the Michael Jordan going on for sure.
Yes, sir. But he's walking the red carpet, and little itty bitty little guy. He's got it looks like his hind legs are backwards. They really do. I thought the shit was Photoshopped, so I looked at more pictures. I'm like, nope. No, his legs are backwards. So shout out to Scooter, voted the world's ugliest dog. We don't.
And he is not. We don't
concur with that.
He's part of the dog family.
You know what? And fuck your owner for putting you in that competition, Scooter.
Right.
Fuck
Come
that.
on, man.
I wish I had a picture of that ghoulish looking bitch, because she's ugliest woman in fucking California or Arizona, wherever the fuck they're from. I think the desert heat's gone to that bitch's head. I don't know. I love dogs. I love the poochies. But yep. Shout out Scooter. Let's get on with this shit. Let's see what else we got. You know who that is?
The Locness Monster?
Fuck yes. So over in Scotland,
it's like a brontosaurus.
Yeah. I guess over in Scotland, where they assume that he lives, or the urban legend, or whatever you want to call that, thrives. Monster hunters are now flocking to that lake, and they are using drones and stuff to try to find Loch Ness. There's been some sort of uprise, and I don't know if somebody has seen something. There's somebody who, I don't know, but I guess what they call monster hunters are flocking to the lake in search of Nessie.
That would be a pretty cool job, to be a monster hunter.
You get paid for that, though, you think? Or is it like a hobby?
It sounds like it would be a hobby.
I mean, if I got paid for it, sign me the fuck up.
Now, scientists, I'm sure, in their own weird ways, you know how they are with evolution and discovering archaeological artifacts and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
They will forever hold on to the fact that they think we came from monkeys, and they think that all these mythical creatures are either still existing or existed and whatever. And I struggle with that one.
Yeah.
As a man of faith, I struggle with it, but I tell you what, like the Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever, I think those are pretty real. Those are pretty realistic ones.
Yeah, I mean, logically, makes sense. It's hard to believe that there was a guy. I mean, I could be wrong about this too, but I think there is like still a place around the world where people believe in like mythological creatures like Zeus, like this
unicorns and dragons and shit.
Neptune. Yeah, dragons used to roam the earth and all this shit. Which I don't know, but there's some people say though that Nessie is a giant eel. But to me,
What's an eel?
Eel.
What is that? An eel?
An eel.
Like an electric eel?
Is that not how you say it? Eel?
Oh, I did not.
Eel? Is it eel?
E-E-L? Eel? Like an electric eel.
What am I saying? Ill? Like you're sick?
It sounded like you were making it sound like it was like a Lil Wayne ad lib. He's like, eel.
And fucking
eel.
A fucking eel. An eel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Eel.
I always thought it looked like something from Land Before Time.
Yeah, Bronchosaurus. Yeah, that's
Littlefoot. Is that his name? Remember the movie?
Cartoon? I watched it. Like We're Back was another dinosaur movie we watched. I don't remember much of either of them though.
Out of Nessie, Bigfoot, and I guess
I would call him Lionel Nessie. I feel like that'd be the perfect name for him. No,
I swear, bro. If I don't. Who do you? All right, which one could you see being more like chance of it being real? Bigfoot, Nessie, or what is that one? Not the abominable snowman, but it's some like creature.
Sasquatch.
I guess it's
no,
like
Sasquatch and Bigfoot's like the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But there's like also like a Bigfoot, but it's up in like it's all white. Not the abominable snowman. What are
Yeti?
A Yeti. Yes, a Yeti. That's it. Or El Chupacabra. That's another one that the Mexicans and everybody down in.
I vote the latter. I'd say Yeti because. Okay, so the Loch Ness. Actually, you know what? No, I changed my mind. I think actually the Loch Ness is probably the most realistic because there is a lot less of a chance of somebody spotting.
Yeah.
Because it's in the water. Like you don't just have scuba divers in the water all day long looking for these creatures.
True.
You could have people and cavemen and land people all day looking for Sasquatch and Bigfoot, and you have a more likely chance to find him on land than you would a Loch Ness Monster in the water.
And they say supposedly that we know more about outer space than we do our own oceans. So I mean, there's a lot of shit undiscovered.
Now, how is that?
I don't believe it, because if they say that space is fucking infinite, then how in the fuck? Because obviously our oceans aren't. How in the fuck? Now, maybe we have done more research in space in recent years than we have in our own oceans. But again,
right? Well, NASA is what we get billions of dollars for research regularly.
Yeah, and
we don't have a Loch Ness Research Foundation.
We should.
Maybe we can
get
start
on it.
one.
Get on it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with probably Bigfoot. I don't know. All the videos and shit. It doesn't. That's not what sways me, but it does sway me to believe that there is a lot of untouched woods out there, and it's there might be some sort of weird creature, but
that does kind of remind me too. Have you seen the video floating around the last couple weeks of that? It's in a Chinese zoo, and it's allegedly a bear, but it's very human-y looking. And like when you see the back of it, it's like he's got a flat ass, and it just doesn't look like it's a bear, bro. It don't look
They're
right.
trying to say
he's
that
like waving, like
yes,
bro. Like, bro, that's not how bears act. First of all,
okay. So I looked up some pictures because fuck, what kind of bear do they say that was? Because I went down that rabbit hole because I was like, bro, that is a fucking dude. Because it's standing up right.
The way he's waving. Yeah, his legs.
Some skinny ass legs.
The butt looked kind of weird and droopy. And
almost looks like one of those animatronic things that you used to see at like fucking Chuck E. Cheese when they're up there singing the songs and shit.
Yeah,
I
swear.
Like
a grimace, like a... no, who was the purple guy from Chuck E. Cheese?
Grimace was Mickey D's.
Grimace was Mickey D's.
Oh, fuck, who is it? I can't remember either. Because now it's just Chucky. But when it was Showbiz... which that was kind of before my time. When it was Showbiz Pizza, Chucky was just like a musician in the band. And then they gave Charles E. Cheese.
And they had the duck with the yellow hair, right?
Yep.
And then they had the little Hamburglar guy. Like, it was basically a mirror image of what the McDonald's
It kind of was, I feel like. Was there a gorilla on drums, maybe? I think there was a gorilla.
Yeah, or a dog or something like that, yeah.
I think it was a dog.
But the one I'm thinking... Yeah, it was a dog. Yeah, it was a dog. And the one I'm thinking of... is like a grimace. It literally looked like a grimace. I feel like he's
the big
purple
guy. He played this like the synthesizer, I think, didn't he? Or like the
Yeah,
keytar?
Yeah. Boy, that's Chuck E. Cheese ain't what it used to be.
Do you know what the E stands for in Chuck E. Cheese?
East Side?
Entertain.
Oh.
Pew, pew, pew. No.
Everlasting bullets through the windows?
Yeah. It's entertainment. Charles.
Excessive shots fired? Okay, I'm done.
We got a 1040 at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know if that's 1040. I don't think that's.
Anyways, back on the Chinese bear. You went down the rabbit hole, so you were they're saying that it is a guy, or they're saying it's a
they're saying it's real. I'm not sold. That's a fucking person.
So strange.
That's fucking people. Even its movements and it's like, I think its fucking mouth and shit.
It is very very bizarre looking.
I'm not with it. Oh shit. Oh. So in
I think I seen this little thing over at the 10th Street Pub the other night.
That's not good. That's not good then, because in Wales, which is over in the UK, was that London maybe? London, Britain? Sorry, I'm not good with geography, but Welsh News has reported that if you start finding random garden gnomes in your garden around your home that you did not place there, they've come to find out that that is setting your house up to be burglarized.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Have you heard about this?
A while back, but okay. So tell me more about this.
So supposedly, what they do is, if someone is interested in robbing your home or robbing a house, what they'll do is they'll set just a gnome very noticeably out in your garden, like the front of your house, and that they keep coming back and checking on it. And if that gnome is never moved or never removed, they assume. Oh shit, beer's coming up. They assume that that house is empty, or you're on vacation, or of some sort like that. So they're warning people that if you wake up or you go outside and you notice a gnome in your fucking yard that you didn't put there, chances are you're being watched and you're being cased. They're casing the place.
That is
such a weird fucking move.
That is weird. It's something I'd like to know more about.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem in America. I mean, I could be wrong.
There was a stretch, I think, of time in Irvington where these gnomes were getting burglarized themselves. Like people were going through, and stealing them or breaking them or smashing them over the head. And I wonder if that's like maybe that's what I was thinking of.
That, and do you remember the things people had in their yards that have like that fucking shiny ball just sitting on it? Be like a weird planter thing in the yard, like a concrete.
Oh yeah.
They'd have that ball on it. It's just like looks like a
my neighbor's got one.
Well, that was another thing.
A lot of them are in those like bird feeder thing, little stone bird feeder things.
That was another thing, man. People would just run up in your yard and steal them.
Not bird feeders, bird bath. I'm a dumbass. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Up on a Yeah, they'll put like a ball in the middle of the bird bath. Or just some weird looks like some Roman type pillar, and they put like the fucking ball on it. But yeah, so if you catch a gnome in your front yard and you didn't put it there, be on the lookout. Someone's fucking casing your fucking house. Some very poor dental English man is about to break. Oi, governor, I'm going to fucking break into your fucking house. Hey, Timothy, they did not take the gnome in. It's been out there for 10.5 days. I'm going to steal their crumpets and their fucking beans.
Their crumpets.
He better have good tea in here. I'm taking a shit on his rug. All right.
Now this.
Okay.
This is the uncomfortable winner of the day right here. There's a lot going on here,
brother. I forgot her name. I think it's.
Looks like Jamie Lee Curtis.
We need to look this up. I'm pretty it does. Holy shit, it does. Is this Bugs mom? Christy?
Dude, that's weird that you said that, because like I kind of pictured it too, just the weird like. I don't know. I saw the same thing you saw. It doesn't really look like her, but that's kind of what I thought of at first too.
The fucked up thing is, it's like...
Is it the hair?
This photo is very recent. So she holds a Guinness World Record for longest mullet on a woman. It is 5.4 feet I think it's something around.
How many meters is that?
Fucking name is Tina Manis. I'm not looking, bro. I'm not looking at any information here. I'm literally looking at what y'all are looking at on the screen. So all this is off the fucking top. You can look it up though. I'm pretty sure her name's Tina Manis. Don't know where the fuck she's from, but I'm gonna tell you. I guarantee you, if I put my chips in a corner, it's below the Mason-Dixon line. Fucking south, brother.
She lifts up this this jacket and she's got like a big UK tattoo on her arm.
Why? I mean, I feel like the photographer said, we're going to find the most 80s fucking early 90s flannel to put you in, because that's when like Billy Ray Cyrus and molds were huge. Because this is not an old picture. This is fucking recent.
Yeah, I just keep seeing Freaky Friday in my head now.
I swear, man. It does look like Jamie Lee Curtis, now that you say that. The more I look at it.
A little bit of Troy Polamalu in there, just, shout out to the hair.
Shout out to Rotor Rooter cleaning her fucking drains. You know that motherfucker stays clogged. You know they have to run a snake down that motherfucker about once a month, dude. Well, sorry, honey. I'm trying to go for the Guinness World Record of woman's longest mullet.
She smoked Pall Malls about as long as her hair, I'm sure.
I swear, she's lucky she ain't caught herself on fire yet. Fucking Tina. Yeah, I don't know any more about this. I just know that this lady that you're looking at has the world's longest mullet as far as a woman.
God love her.
Yeah, that's a picture you can smell. For sure, I can smell that picture. It smells like patchouli and fucking Pall Malls, like you said, or Salem's. Cool's. Cool's Green Pack, boo-boo.
Well, shout out to Miss Manis.
Yeah. She needs a Slim Jim sponsoring.
You know what she is when she's on her knees talking to God.
What's that?
A praying mantis.
I can't, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, music. I love that shit.
Bro, if she tickle you in the chin with that.
Bro, she choke you out with that thing. Wrap it around you. Here, honey.
It's making you tap out in the third round.
You got something in your eye. She takes her hair.
I can just see Dana White right now courtside watching that.
You know WWE has offered her a contract.
It's all over. Tina Manis. And it's over. The light hair weight champion.
I want to come on your podcast, Joe Rogan. I want to smoke weed with you, Joe.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, good for you, Tina. Keep it growing. So, what do you got coming up this week, man? Anything crazy? Any crazy shit?
Man, dude, we got football tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that.
Hyped.
As far as the weekend goes, don't know what the weather's going to be like. I've been wanting to go to a nice trail spot, man. Hit up maybe Turkey Run or somewhere I haven't done either a long time or never. If the weather allows me, may try to do that Saturday, and then Sunday, wake up, have my coffee, and spend an hour and 17 minutes fixing 168 of my fantasy teams.
God damn, dude.
Full-time job.
I'm telling you, man, you have to clock in, clock out on that. That is ridiculous.
And if I can win one or two of them, it'll probably be worth it in the end. So that's all right.
Yeah.
Keeps me young.
Hell yeah. Keeps me young. You might be bald by the end of the season. Your fucking hairline could look like mine. Like, look at this shit.
Well, as long as it don't look like Tina Manis' hair, then I'm good.
Imagine if Tina was bald with the mullet. Oh, shit. Let me put this hat back on. We just lost viewers. Lily, I know. It's scary, right? Oh, man. Well, yeah, I don't have much coming up this weekend other than working on this house. Yeah. I'm watching football. I really hope they put Packers-Bears on TV. Lily.
Is this supposed to be not televised at 4:25?
It probably will be. Usually they make that rivalry game of the week. But, with Aaron Rodgers, that's why I told Liz. I said we might have to get the YouTube NFL ticket because with Aaron Rodgers being out, we're not going to see as many Packers games as we used to. They're not going to give us the prime time. But, yeah, we usually go out Saturday. We buy, a bunch of, finger foods. And we'll go get some beer and stuff. And then, at noon, whatever. I'll put it all in the oven, like mozzarella sticks. Just all like the.
I was just about to say, what is the game day go-to appetizer?
Bro,
I don't want to say snack because you want chips and salsa probably is what everybody would say. But as far as like a snacky appetizer, we got mozzarella sticks, maybe like some potato skins.
That's my go-to, bro. The TGIF Friday, the fucking potato skins with the bacon.
The chives bits on them with the bacon with a little bit of sour cream.
Dip it in some sour cream or ranch or whatever you prefer. Fuck.
Yes, sir.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
My thing lately is I've been making. Do you ever eat the famous bowls from KFC?
I had one once, and I feel like it was really good.
Yeah. So what I did the other day is we have a bunch of popcorn chicken, and I don't know why people are gonna fucking care. It's a lot of nothing, I guess. We're talking about a lot of nothing. I made a bunch of mashed potatoes. I cooked like a can of corn. I made some gravy, and then I kind of just put it all in Tupperware. And like today, I come home on lunch, just throw some popcorn chicken in the air fryer, throw the mashed potatoes down, gravy, corn on top, and then put some cheese. You want to throw some cheese in?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now,
that sounds like a banger.
Fucking easy, and it's heat as fuck. It's so fucking good, and filling. But it's probably gonna polish off some beers this weekend, eat some finger foods. Me and her like to get in all of our Packer garb. We'll pull all the Packer shit out, I got to get this baby girl. I don't know what to get you. You want an Aaron Jones jersey? What do you want? Jordan Love? I think Love's gonna be here for a while. What do you think, Lil? Yeah, she says yeah. So. No, that's going to be the game plan.
I was going to get her a Justin Jefferson jersey if that was all right with you.
I don't hate him.
Hard to.
It really is. It really is. And it's fucked up is there's really there's really nobody. Like, I honestly, like, I like Justin Fields. I've always liked Jared Goff. It sucks because.
It's not a hateable division.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to, Jay Cutler days.
Oh, yeah. I can see
what I'm saying? Like, I never, again, I always had the soft spot for Detroit, especially when that time that Stafford went down, then they should never had that man mic'd up. But he's going, oh, my back.
Oh, when he threw his shoulder out and threw that touchdown pass at the end and let him down.
Yeah, I'm thinking, man.
I always respected Matt Stafford quite a bit.
Tough.
But
gritty.
When you said I've kind of had a soft spot for Detroit, that made me cringe.
Really?
Bad. Well, Malice at the Palace ruined that. Nothing against the Lions. I don't really have any problem with the Lions.
Not the city. The city's a dump.
As a Blackhawks fan, I don't fuck with the Red Wings at all. I don't can't stand them. Tigers don't bother me, right?
Right. I mean, No, the city. I guess I should refer the Lions. I've always had a soft spot for the Lions.
I'll go for that.
Just because I don't know if I believe in the Calvin Harris curse or not. Which they finally paid that man, right?
I'm not familiar with that.
Supposedly, when they parted ways, there was money owed to Calvin.
I didn't know Calvin Harris played.
Calvin Harris. Fuck. What am I saying?
Calvin Johnson. But I didn't.
Megatron. Yeah. Calvin Harris.
Okay. Now I got you. The Megatron curse I'm familiar with. I'm thinking, what did Calvin Harris jumps on a track and all of a sudden everybody starts getting hurt? Or like, man, this is the Calvin Harris curse.
Is he like a fucking DJ?
Yeah, I don't know what he's in the music industry.
Yeah,
he's got
like
that one song with
one kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me.
Is that who that is?
Well, it's Dua Lipa singing, but I think like yeah, it's kind of like DJ Khaled where he makes the songs, but he's not really in it. But he puts other like Avicii. I think he was R.I.P.
Dua Lipa's fine, by the way, bro. You can sprinkle me in her potato soup if you want.
Dua Lipa is good looking. Tall glass of water. You know who likes her? Jack Harlow. Jack wants a bite.
Took her home, gave her the cinnamon swirl. That's what he told her.
Dua Lipa. I'm trying to mow with her, then do a feature. Okay.
We about ready to twist one up, man.
Yeah, let's end this thing. Let's go indulge in some vitamins. Listen back to this, and I think we're going to record another today, Deep in the Wild. What episode number is this one?
This will be number 3.
Nice.
If you don't include the intro. So you got intro, and then episode 1, episode 2, and then this next one will be 3.
Nice. So anybody who's listening to this right now, make sure jump on over to Deep in the Wild. Check out my boys' podcast. He's going to be, we'll be hitting more on some sports stuff, especially with the NFL Week 1 coming up. You're going to want to hear this shit, his picks, his locks, especially if you're into fantasy. Yeah, you want to hear all that shit for sure.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, sir.
If I look inebriated or a little more, just ignore it. I might go put on some sunglasses or something I might Stevie Wonder this shit like. Motherfucker's always smiling. Hey, Stevie Wonder has 7 kids and never seen one of them?
That's pretty crazy.
Sounds
about right, though.
Never seen one of them. You know what Stevie Wonder does when he shaves?
Oh, God.
Stevie Nicks.
You're going to hell.
All
Who was
right,
this?
let's fucking end this shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Thanks for listening to A Lot of Nothing podcast.
Adios, amigo.
We'll be back next week with another episode. Au revoir.